to Wolf Farms. I'm Dawn, also known as Knittin' Wolf.
I'm James, also known as Wolf Photo, and we got Fuji with us today. Yeah, she's here to hang out with us for a little bit on the podcast. We'll see how long she puts up with us. This podcast is brought to you by Wolf Farms.
No, we're already boring her.
You can find us on the internet at wolffarms.net. We're in the month of November now. Christmas is on its way, so the holiday season is in full swing. We always offer a scent of the month in our shop, and for November it is pomegranate. This is one of our more popular scents, so not focusing today, but yeah, there we go. Ooh, focus, focus, focus. But pomegranate in the shop, anything scented in pomegranate is 25% off. That's our soaps, lotions, bath salts, also our lip balms, candles, the works. So you can take advantage of that and other sales items that we have throughout November. We're also adding into the shop a new lip balm, and as we have in the past, every time we bring out a new lip balm flavor, we offer that to you for free. And the way that works is, let's first talk about the new entry. We're adding candy corn. So candy corn is being added. Candy cane. Really, I know what I'm talking about.
I'm like, candy corn.
Oh, we already did a candy corn.
Yeah.
We do have candy corn, but candy cane for the holiday season. So we're adding that lip balm flavor into the shop. You can get that for free if you purchase $10 or more of other items from our shop, and then put that into your cart, and during checkout use the coupon code TRYME, and you'll get that discounted, so you get it for free to try out. I'm sure you'll enjoy that. Perfect timing for the holiday season. We will be showing next episode. We'll have a bunch of holiday season specialty items that we'll be putting in the shop, great for gifts and whatnot. We're still pulling that all together, but we'll be demonstrating or showing some of those items next week. So I want to thank you, new and returning viewers. Thanks for joining with us today. We have a number of things on tap. So
this week's segments include farm happenings, what's cooking in the coop, flown the coop, squeal like a pig, picking on the farm, in the arena, round up, and round up.
And we got prize drawings too.
Yeah,
so
this fight like a girl prize drawings.
Yeah. Huh? So let's get things underway here. The farm happenings.
Farm happenings. This week we had blood work. Huh? Yeah, that's no fun. Them old vampires. And I think this has been the best blood work she's had since being diagnosed with lymphoma. Yeah. So we had our big chemo this week, and on Thursday. Yeah. And that's where they actually hook her up to an EKG because it's a very invasive.
It can stress on the heart, and so they always monitor that. Yeah. And this is the one they do several times, but they have to really keep an eye when they're actually giving her the drug to make sure that she doesn't have any side effects from it. So they have her on the EKG, and they monitor her during the course of about half an hour as they're giving her the medicine. So.
And that's through an IV, and
yeah,
and they pump in nausea medicine as they're doing it. There's her boo-boo, huh? She needs lots of kisses on her boo-boo, huh? Yeah.
But yeah, so far so good. She hasn't acted ill or sick or like she's even feeling down. She's been normal since the treatment, which is a really good thing. She has to take nausea medicine over the next couple days after the treatment, and so that I think keeps her feeling good, like it doesn't affect her stomach and whatnot. But yeah, with the good blood work and her doing well with this treatment, it's really good because we're at the halfway point. This is she's been through halfway through it, and then her treatments will go every other week, so it'll be 2-week spans instead of 1-week spans. So Yeah, she likes to snuggle.
One's wanting a nap.
So for those of you joining us, I forgot, Fuji actually has lymphoma, and so we've been battling that since August.
14th.
And so she's going through chemotherapy at a specialized vet. So we're halfway through that, and it'll continue on through into February probably, because it adjusts as we go, and they have so many courses, like 25 weeks of treatments, and we've reached the halfway point treatment-wise, but the time span will start spreading out now for those remaining treatments. And because Fuji reacts she's sensitive to the medicine, and so we end up having to allow more time between the treatments because it's still working in her, which is a good thing. It's stressful that she can't do it in the normal routine in a sense, but it just means that it's still working in her system, and hopefully she'll stay in remission for a long, long time. So, right, Fuj? It's like I'm looking at my couch and I want to go over there and lay on that. This is not very fun, right?
Say, but I can see the traffic on the road. And
well, Daddy's home. She'll sit up in the couch on the window looking out the front when I'm getting home from work, and she waits for me. She knows what time Daddy gets home.
And then she howls like a coyote.
Yeah, we have to film you sometime, huh? Yeah. Yeah, so she's doing good. She's had a good week, which is a good thing. So let her go, and let her.
She wanted to say thank you to everybody that's been so helpful and supportive.
Yeah, it just we want to thank you for all of the support, help, kind words. Just basically, you guys have been outpouring a lot towards the concern for Fuji, and that really helps get us through all of that. So, right, Fuji? You get a kiss? She's like, no, not on camera, Dad. That's public.
So what else at farm happenings? Our garden?
Oh yeah, we've been getting down into the freezing weather here finally. Here, we don't get cold. I got lectured on that last year when I mentioned that we get cold. But we are to the point where we're getting into freezing temperatures, and so our garden has kind of taken a
dump.
Yeah, it stopped doing what it needs to do, and so I actually broke down all of our fences around it to see if the chickens would go in, and no, they're trained. They don't enter in that ring that was.
The geese have.
Oh, have they? Mm-hmm. But yeah, so the garden is wrapped up for the year. We're gonna have to till that under and basically get that cleaned up, maybe today or tomorrow, and get that done for the year. But yeah, no more. We're hitting freezing, and it just kind of killed off all of a majority of the plants. There's still a couple that are actually faring well. That lettuce.
A little honeydew too.
Yeah, it's halfway.
My chard and it's not lettuce. You made me totally forget what the name of it is.
Yeah.
I feed it to Patrick, our bearded dragon, collard greens.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That one's faring well still.
Yeah.
And we've just been breaking off branches and throwing it to the hens. Yeah. They like that. They'll fight over it, and they'll run around. It's funny because one will get it, run around, and everybody will chase. And they have fun. Garden games. So that's about it. I had gone to Fresno for a conference here. Left last Sunday, and then got back Tuesday, and that took a big chunk of time out that I'm normally home, but like I said, I got accomplished what I needed to get accomplished up there and back home now, and I'll focus on stuff here. But this week went by really quick. It seemed like this packing and stuff was busy the prior week, and then out and going, and I don't like being away from home. It's not. I like being in my own bed. Sleep. And I didn't get any of my crocheting done either while I was gone. You just can't get comfortable in the.
Oh, we're FaceTiming too.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
It's like I'm sitting with you next to you.
Yeah, Fuji didn't know how I got him in the iPad. She just was like...
Yeah, that's pretty cool that we can do that. But one of the things to stay in touch while I'm away from home.
So what's cooking? You didn't get none.
Yeah, you were cooking while I was gone because
Yeah.
your chef was away in Fresno for some reason.
So I made white bean soup, and I kind of looked at a couple different recipes, but I didn't really follow them. So you take one garlic clove, half a teaspoon of oregano, about 14 ounces. You can use a can of chicken broth, or you could use vegetable broth. About 19 ounces of white beans. You rinse them and drain them, and half a teaspoon of lemon juice, pepper, and then you just put this all in a bowl, and
A crock pot.
pan,
Oh.
and you warm it up on the stove. It's like 10 minutes to do this, and you can get a potato masher and mash the white beans a little bit to make it creamy. And then when you serve it, you sprinkle Parmesan cheese on top. I mean, it's quick, and it would maybe serve 2 people. I doubt it. I mean, it would be a nice
you just
little
have to
side.
double the recipe
Yeah,
or make
double,
it for depending
triple.
on how many people
Yeah.
are there. So
Because it didn't make much. It made enough for me
and you had
for
some
2
left over.
nights. Yeah. So it was good. Jimmy even tasted it, which shocked me.
Yeah, what's funny is Jimmy, Farmer Jim, for those that have been watching for a while, he hasn't been on the podcast in a while, but
He's 16.
yeah, he's a teenager now, so too busy with other things. But he has been always and doesn't want to try anything. But lately here, he's been really willing to try different foods, so which is kind of neat to see him. And he's actually doing some cooking on his own too, which is pretty. He knows how to do eggs
I'm
and
training
bacon.
him to be my chef for when James isn't here.
So yeah, actually this morning I was showing him some of the tricks on cooking eggs and and stuff like that.
Well,
'Cause
that's
he was,
just because you like being wild in the kitchen.
I'm not wild. I'm a chef. Chefs do things. You don't need a spatula to flip eggs. You just do it in the pan. And so I was showing him how to do that, so he can get wild in the kitchen too.
Good thing our walls are painted yellow, huh?
Yeah. So I was giving him some tips, but it's good to see him have an interest in trying other foods than hamburgers. He likes hamburgers.
Plain
Hamburgers. Yeah. So at least he's expanding his horizons with some of the food that we tried. But he tried the stir fry that I made last night.
Yeah.
So, which you like?
Yeah, it was really good.
So that's what's cooking.
Yeah. So in the coop.
In the coop, that would be you.
In my
for the
cute
most
brown dog bag is I have no idea. This is just I have no idea.
Lionheart or
Lionheart.
well, what is it? What is it?
Red Heart.
Red Heart, yeah. Or
You just kind of
I just combined
two.
it. See, I'm not a savvy knitter.
So this is Grandma's favorite dishcloth in a blanket because I needed something simple to take with me to chemo this week. And so I have no idea what size needle, maybe a 6. And so it's going to be a pet blanket. So
Did you show that last week? Because you got a little dicky do on there.
I didn't show it. I
okay.
started it. So
You
yeah.
did quite a bit there.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just be another pet blanket and
Yeah, because actually the treatment went really quick this time.
Mm-hmm.
The first time we did this, it was like
It's like
4
4
hours.
hours.
Yeah, and this time it was actually pretty quick. And
Yeah.
half the time we were talking with the vet while the vet techs were taking care of Fuji. So
Yeah.
you didn't get a whole lot of knitting time when we were down there.
so that's one thing I'm working on just in the spare.
It's the no thought knit.
Yeah, I haven't touched the granny square one that I'm crocheting. I don't know why. And then in my bird leg bag, I love this bag. Little foxes just so happy, is my Pomme de Pin sweater. And this is Amy Christopher's. And this was a gift from Nitty Ritty Shell. And I would not recommend this for a first time sweater knitter, because there's a lot on here that is assumed by you that you've knit sweaters before. This is done in Knit Picks Gem, GEM colorway. Galileo is the brand. And High Sharps, of course. Yarn Yacker just got some too. So my Dicky Doo is somewhere there. I can't see between. Should be like
right
almost
up here, right
halfway.
there.
Yeah, so guess I did quite a bit.
It's coming along.
And I've separated, my sleeves are, this is a pieced sweater too. So my sleeves are put on waist yarn. It's not waist yarn, they're thingies.
The clip.
Yeah, we clipped them. So this is now going to be, what I'm working on is the back. And this is very stretchy yarn and the pattern stretchy, so it's hard. You're supposed to go 17 inches and it's hard to stretch it out.
Gauge where you're at.
Yeah.
So
I think it might have ended up being 17 and a half, but it's supposed to be kind of like an oversized.
Well, it's looking good.
Yeah. This yarn is so soft. But like it doesn't say, this is what I mean by it doesn't say not for beginner, to take your sleeves off and put them on somewhere, because you can't keep knitting on the back with them there. Mm-hmm. And then you have to adjust, because then you start doing decreasing every even row, but keep it in, it doesn't ever even say keep in pattern, but you need to keep it, you need to be able to read your knitting, because you've got to do some fudging in order to keep the pattern going. Mm-hmm. So it's very, you need to know.
Advanced enough to be able to read into the pattern what's not written.
Yeah, right, I would hate to, and it never says to keep the edging, so there's certain things that you just kind of need to.
Yeah, it's for more experience.
Yeah.
I won't be knitting that.
No. It's like, and I've been kind of fighting a cold or something, sinus migraine headaches all week, so I had to rip out the bind off row for where you bind off the sleeves, because you're supposed to do it like, say, 5 stitches before the marker, and I was taking, and then bind off 9, and I was taking that 9 and 5 and adding it together.
She doesn't knit well when she's not feeling good.
No.
That's when she's got to pull out the granny square dishcloth and just work on something that doesn't require
brain
focus.
Activity.
Yeah. It's a nice looking pattern, but
it's
it'd
really
be challenging for someone who's not knit one before.
And it might be because I'm kind of in a fog this week anyways, but
doesn't help.
But certain, it's assumed that you know what to do when, and so, yeah.
Heads up.
7-Up, in that a game when you're a
I
kid?
have no idea.
Yeah, and you used to put your thumb like this when it's raining and you had to stay inside, and then someone would walk by and pick your
I have
That was such a fun game.
Someone's having flashbacks here.
I know. It's in my old age, Sonny.
Yeah.
So what's in your coop?
I'm still working on, and I actually was trying to finish this up, but it's just one of those things that not happening. But I'm still working on my pet thing. Here's my Dicky Doo from last week, and I've added a couple more rows on there, but. Going up to Fresno, I did bring this, but there's just really in the room not a really comfortable place to sit and knit, and it was what it was. But so I did work on it a little bit this week after I got home, but not a whole lot. Mm. It is what it is, It's getting there. I'm a patient knitter. I think I mentioned that before, that my projects tend to go long so I can enjoy the process. This is actually crocheted, double crochet with just some
Lion heart.
red heart, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking of a movie, Lionheart, huh? But
It's Braveheart.
you know, does it matter? You know,
straight,
you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so I'm gonna basically crochet until I run these two out, but it's doubled up, and I'm double crocheting on this. And
we couldn't find to pull from the inside, and so it's having to flop all over the ground because it's pulling from the outside, and
yeah,
so it's a pain.
It is what it is. It's coming along. Like I said, I did work on it a little bit, but it'll get there. I'm sure you guys will know when when I get done with it by springtime or whatever. But so that's what's in my coop. So
Well, I dug out, flown the coop. I dug out a UFO that I started last winter because my hands were cold when I have to go out at 5 o'clock in the morning and break up ice water and stuff for the animals. So I dug out my mitts and these are crocheted. They're called Mrs. Murdoch's Mittens by Brenda K.B. Anderson.
must be a smaller hook on those.
I think it was
I'm looking at my crochet, and it's huge, and this is really a tight pattern on there.
So I dug them out and I finished them this week so I can wear them, and it's a pretty quick crochet, and you can make it's women, child, and preschool age. So. Ooh. So.
Your sock puppet.
Yep, I've dug out a lot of my UFOs, and I have them lined up over by my knitting chair to start getting them, because I hate things just sitting, waiting to get done. So that's one thing that I finished this week. I did another hat for Silly Fru's, Sassy Pants Knitters, hat drive in remembrance of her Grammy. So I did this one this week also. So I will get those, and this is crocheted, 2 strands held together. I'll link the pattern. It's super simple hat. Thought I had it up here, but I don't. So that's another thing I hooked this week, and so I can get those sent off to Silly Fru. Cold. And then something I did this week and got off the needles, and it's already been worn. They're called Duffers by Mindy Tallick, and this was a gift last Christmas from PDX Lace Knitter. And Jamesy has been needing some slippers, so they look kind of wonky. And I did these out of Lion Brand Fisherman's wool, and you hold the strands double
them up.
So yeah, and it's really quick. I mean, it's on size 11 needles, so it felt like I was knitting with huge skewers. Yeah. So yeah, it was a really fun pattern, and it goes by really quick. I need to make Jimmy some. Now I'm going to do the opposite colors this week for him, where this is the dark and then the soul's the light. And this is like a 16-page pattern, excellent pattern, and it's definitely worth the $6 for this, because there's all different kinds of widths, you can do it.
Yeah, the different
in the
sizes
round,
and knitting styles, and
extra wide widths. So if you have the measurements of the person's foot, it's like wow. And I did the ones in the round, and it's actually Judy's. Is it Judy's Magic Cast On? Is that what that's called? Or Ginny or Judy, one of them gals. And so there was no seaming at all. When you're done, you just bind off and you're done. Which I did use the stretchy cast off, but I don't think that even mattered. Now the Lion brand doesn't felt as well as like Cascade. I did find that, but yeah, they look cute on, and they're comfy. They stay on. You know, you're not flopping like flippers with the clogs, because I've made the clogs for all of us, which is, you got to really pay attention to that pattern. It's easy pattern, but there's so much to it.
Yeah, you have to stitch that one up when you're...
Yeah, there's a lot of stitching of the two soles. This is one sole.
Plus the back of those is lower, so they do, they'll come off the back of your feet if you're walking. They don't fit snug. These fit snug.
Yeah. So, yeah, they turned out really cute. And
keep my feet warm at night.
Yeah. So,
good job.
Can't think of anything else that I was going to say about this.
Yeah.
But
that was good.
Super fun pattern, and so many choices to choose from, and you just plug in your numbers, and that was really neat.
Well written.
Mm-hmm. You just follow it along.
Find the option you want, and then follow on.
Yeah.
Good job. My feet thank you for it.
Mm-hmm. So, Squeal like a pig. I got an awesome sweet card from Angie. Sundaisy 920, and a wonderful message in it, and made my day yesterday. And then Spencer, who is Doodlebird, she's Spencer Clark, and she had sent me a pattern called Roads. Oops. And it's a 2-color hat, and you can make it slouchy or a beanie or add a pom-pom. And done in sport weight yarn. So that was really sweet of her to send me that pattern. So that's my Squeal like a pig.
Squeal like a pig.
So picking on the farm.
Picking on the farm. Well,
don't want to forget you.
Figured I won't let you forget, as you see. But so when I was going up to Fresno, I brought my camera gear. Not that I had a lot of time to go take pictures, but one thing I realized that the days were a lot shorter because time change didn't give me an opportunity to evening time stuff. Plus, the conference was a month later in the year than it normally is. Usually, it's earlier, so there's more hour, sun in the day to do stuff. But I had an opportunity to take pictures on the way up, because you go through Bakersfield, and it's very, very agriculture up through there. So you just see miles and miles of trees and stuff like that. So I had an opportunity to get out and take some pictures there, kind of get off the road and explore a bit as much as I had time to.
And so, as much as my car would allow.
Well, it's... I don't know.
Dirty wheels.
Yeah, dirtying up the car. Yeah, but I did kind of go up there and do some exploring on the way up. And then I didn't really have an opportunity to go down. There's a lot of interesting stuff in downtown Fresno. I mean, it's not a great place you wouldn't want to go walking around in the evening time, but there's a lot of interesting buildings and stuff. I just didn't get an opportunity to really get out there at all and during the daytime to go take pictures. So I kind of left that. Maybe next year I'll have more time. But on the way back, when I was going up, I was making mental notes. And I'll do this. As I'm driving around, if I know I'm coming back, I'll make mental notes of the things that I want to stop and actually take some time to picture and figure out in my head when the best time to photograph. Because depending on how things are laid out, this is stuff that you can consider when you're taking pictures, is basically time of day. When is the sun going to be hitting? What is it going to, am I going to be in the shadows, taking pictures in the shadows if I do too early in the day or too late? So I'm kind of making mental notes as I was driving up of an area, and not too far from here in Tehachapi, Bakersfield area, there's a really neat area called Arvin. It's got a bunch of these oak trees just sitting out, and the fields are all, the creamy, just kind of brush and stuff is like really neat looking. It'd probably look good with the green, but this time of year, what are you going to do? And so I'm like, oh, I should stop and take a picture. I'm like, no, I'll get it on the way back. I'll have some more time to work on that. And so I was just kind of making mental notes of things that I wanted to stop and take pictures of. So on my way back, I allowed myself some time to get out and actually stop. And I did some hiking up and around the mountains and whatnot, and did some exploring. But I did get some good pictures. I think that I posted some of them up on Instagram. So I think I did one of the pictures on my way up on Instagram while I was up in Fresno. I did when I got back home and did some editing on the pictures I took in Arvin of all the oaks and stuff like that. It was really neat. So I did post that up on Instagram, but I do have a couple pictures I'll post up here, and you can see some of what I produced. But it was nice to just kind of get out and find some time to get some photography in. And then this weekend, actually, I had a friend of mine had a group of people that was going up to Death Valley, and I talked to him about going up with him next time. But being gone for 3 days up in Fresno and then turn around and be gone for another 3 days, it's like, had to miss out on that one. But I'll probably end up going up to Death Valley in a couple, a month or so to head out there, because this is the time of year you go to Death Valley, because it's still 80 degrees out there. Even though we're freezing here, it stays warm. And this is the time of year that Death Valley is really good to go out to, because it's not 120 degrees. So that was my picking on the farm. I did have an opportunity to get some pictures done and enjoy that, but quick and short and sweet. So let me flick it back to you.
So in the arena, I was contacted by a free spirit, Ginger, this week, and she's going to be donating a coupon code for $25 in her shop, Absolute Wonder, and for our soccer along. So next, at the end of November, that'll be another one of the prizes. So that was really exciting, and I use her bag a lot that she gave me. And then we still have our soccer along going on, and that's knitting socks in the month of September, October, November, December, because they all end with ER. And we have lots of prizes for that. We have bags from Bird Lake Bags, we have fishnets and other donations. So, and
we're doing giveaways at the end of each month.
Each month for that.
We have
so even if you did them in September, those still count. So if the random number generator picks number 2, or So.
Yeah, but you can just keep entering them in as you go. I'm sure people are knitting up socks for holiday gifts and whatnot. Just put them in there, and you might get a prize.
Yeah. So round up.
We're rounding up already? Wow.
Well, we got our prizes to do.
We got a prize giveaway.
Fight Like a Girl prizes.
Plus I know you're not feeling good today, so we'll just kind of wrap things up here. Just wanted to...
What are you doing? I just said prizes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of the game.
You're just ending it. I'm like, here we go. Okay, so our Fight Like a Girl, our flag prizes. We had a spreadsheet of everybody who has helped, supported, encouraged, and that's like through Instagram, doing the pictures, of your pets, with a sign saying like Fight Fuji Fight, or Fight Like a Girl, or we have a flag thread in our Ravelry group I took from there. So,
anywhere
that there's been
we've gotten a lot of support and encouragement through numerous avenues, and this is just an opportunity. We reached a halfway point to give out some of the prizes, because people have donated stuff for us to give as part of this, and so we're at the halfway point. So let's celebrate that we made it halfway through, and so we have some prizes to give out.
We have 8 prizes
to thank everybody who's been alongside of us in dealing with that and going through all of the fight for Fuji to keep her going and healthy. So
Yep. So we have 8 prizes because she's had 8 treatments. And so the first one is 2 patterns from Emily, Chain of Fools. And the first prize goes to first pattern is Raspberry Cat Girl, and that's Tracy. And so I will let Emily know that you are one of the winners, so you can go choose one of her patterns. And she's the one, I just did her herbaceous socks, and then she has cobbly wobbles, it's something like that. It's fun to say. So you can go choose one of those. And then the other one that gets the other pattern is S.E. Hepworth, which is Sarah. So I will let Emily know. So that's so exciting. And that was so sweet of Emily. She has the Fibertown podcast with Alice, her little Boston Terrier. Can't leave her out. Then we had a bag donated from Sew For You, which is Courtney Knittin' Pearl Girl. And the winner of that bag, I will let her know. And you can choose a bag $20 and under in her shop. She's on Big Cartel right now. And the winner of that bag is Sherry3433. So yay, Sherry, you'll love it. And these are, she will mail it out. So, I don't have it here. You
have to pick whatever's in her shop, and you can work with her directly. But she is donating that, so
so pretty awesome. So then a Wolf Farm gift certificate of $10 goes to Pinter Baby, and that is Sharon. So contact me with your email where I can send you the gift certificate. And then Brown Dog Bags donated 2 bags, and Sheep Therapy, which is Pamela, wins this one. So I have just let me know that you hear this. So I do have this is so cute. And it's got, is there a sheep? Yes, there is a sheep. Okay, so Sheep Therapy. And Randy's on here, and
got the goats.
You got the goats.
The chickens.
So this is really cute. And then the other one that Brown Dog Bags donated goes to, where did my notes go? Crafty Debbie, and that is Debbie. So, yeah, these are really well made, and I love the handle on there. And that's what I have my Chihuahua bag. Has the pet blanket in it. And then 2 skeins of yarn, and this is Desert Vista Dye Works. This one is Color Accents Cherry, and it's in her sparkly base. And this one goes to Miss Brown Dog Bags herself, Renee. So, Riorada. So, contact me that you heard about this, and I will get it out to you. And then GMB3TCD, which is Therese, gets the turquoise one. And it's the sparkly one too that flies.
I know.
Contamination. If you watch Breaking Bad, you'll know what the
we got contamination flying around right now.
So, you guys get in contact with me, and
congratulations
so
for all the winners, and we just want to thank you for all the support and encouragement, and for not only those that are, taking the time to wish us well, but also those that have been gracious enough to donate stuff for us to give away, and we just want to thank all of you
to give away and raise money. And
it's just been an overwhelming support from the knit community, and we just really do appreciate that. So, so hopefully, like I said, we get an opportunity to give back, and we'll be doing another giveaway at the end of the treatment. And so we just want to thank you all and congratulate those that have won.
Yeah.
And thanks.
Yep. So I do want to say that Fishnets, Jody still has the, gotta find my, she still has the Fight Like a Girl Fuji colorway as,
Oh, you did the picture.
yeah, there we go, in her shop, Fishnets, and that's linked each week. And then Rosie Retro has the 2 different kinds of stitch markers in her shop. There's those, the drops, and then,
The rings.
oh, where'd they go? Well, she did. There we go. No.
No, it's not. I'm not seeing
Not
the rings
showing
on
them.
that.
So you go to her shop, and she has 2 different kinds of stitch markers for Fuji's.
I'm not seeing the picture of
Yeah,
the
I'm
rings.
not either. I
just
lost
see the
it.
drops. So.
The other ones are the little
The rings that have the little
Yeah.
bead on them.
I don't know where they went. So check her out, and she has some fun stuff in her shop. And yep. I was just making sure all my tabs. So
No.
now
Now
we
it's
can-
my turn. Okay, jumping the gun a little bit, but now we can get things wrapped up. Don't forget, we have in the shop this. We're adding this week the candy cane lip balm. You can try that out. This coupon code is good for a week. Spend $10 or more on other items. Add this to your cart. Use the coupon code TRYME, and you will get that for free. That's good Monday through Sunday. This when we post up the video. Don't forget, we also still have the Fuji Fight Like a Girl buttons that you can get in our shop. And we also have our Wolf Farm Video Podcast button. You can get this button for free with any paid order. During checkout, just put in the comment section that you'd like that, and we'd be happy to stick that in your package when we're shipping it off. And you decorate your knitting bag or your button monster or whatever you know, and I'm sure you'll enjoy that.
Yep.
So,
So I think that I feel like I'm forgetting something.
yeah, we do that every week. But
So until next time,
let's get cracking.
and
That's
have
it.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.